What is up, nerds? I am Woody Ball, and I am back with my second part video to my California travel. And sorry it took so long. It's just I've been doing some other things like unpacking Yu-Gi-Oh cards, doing my streams here and there, which I think you should totally check out. It's Woody Ball under Twitch, all that kind of stuff. Or is it Twitch and Woody Ball? I don't know. I'm very new to this kind of stuff, as you can see. So this video is pretty much going to be dedicated to one store and one store only, because this store holds a special place in my heart. And that store is called Stuff for Geeks. Now, Stuff for Geeks is another video game store, but they sell more than just video games. And I'll show you right now. So here they are in Torrance, California, in a small plaza, in a very small location. It's like one of those places where you blink and you miss it. And I remember driving by here one time looking for a PlayStation 2. I'll get to that story in a second. But yeah, here they are, and I'll show you around. Let's check it out. So here I am walking inside my favorite store of all time, and they don't pay me to say this. This is actually one of my favorite stores, if not my favorite stores of all time. They really do know how to treat me really well, and they talk to me as if I'm just a friend, like a good guy, regular customer. And that's how it should be done. You should always treat your customers with respect and just treat them like a regular gamer. And the first time I came to the store was actually the first time I was looking for a PlayStation 2, and no matter where I went, no place had a PlayStation 2. I remember going into one of my other video game stores I used to go to that was closer to me at the time. They didn't have a PlayStation 2. And I remember going to Buck Off. They didn't have a PlayStation 2. And I don't remember if I went to Kelly Games for a PlayStation 2. I don't think so. So I was looking up on Google Maps, trying to find any retro video game stores, and I came across this place. And I remember feeling, kind of out of place, because this was the first time I ever went to this store. And I'm sure everyone has had this feeling of walking into a store for the first time ever. You kind of just feel out of place because it's out of your comfort zone. And I remember I was looking at all the games, all the selections that they had, and I saw in one of the glass cases that they had a PlayStation 2. And I really wanted it, because this was not just an ordinary PlayStation 2. This was a custom shelled PlayStation 2 Slim, where the case itself was a translucent case, and I thought it looked really cool, and I really wanted a PlayStation 2. So I asked if I could buy it, and they were actually a little bit surprised, because they've never seen me before. They probably thought that I was just gonna go in and out, but no, I really wanted their PlayStation 2, so they sold it to me, and I still have it to this day. It sits on my shelf. I play all kinds of games on it, and I enjoy it. Yeah. So since that day, I've been going there at least once a week, because weekly paychecks. And I would stop by and I'll buy whatever they had, big or small, whatever appealed to me. Now, what I do love about this place is that every time I come back, they tend to expand their inventory, whether it be video games, collector's editions, plushies, card games, just whatever the case may be. They tend to expand it every time I come back. One thing they did start doing fairly recently, I would say about a couple years ago, they started letting sellers, sell their stuff at their store. And they don't charge for anything. They don't charge a fee, nothing like that. All the money goes to the sellers, all the profits, anything. And the reason why is because sellers don't have a store of their own. They usually rely on online sellers. But they gave these people an opportunity to sell their items at the store. So I thought that was pretty interesting. That was very nice of them. They didn't have to do that, but they did. So, this person right here sells soaps and other hygiene products, which if you've ever been to a convention, you would definitely need it. And yeah, so good on them for thinking ahead and helping these guys out. So I highly recommend this place if you're a collector of any nerd stuff, whether it be video games, manga, whatever the case may be sure to check this place out. Now, if you live outside of California or just not in the mood to stop by, don't worry, they do have a website called stuffforgeeks.net. Not .com, .net. I don't know why they chose .net. Maybe there's a reason behind it. I haven't asked, because it really isn't that much of a big deal. But yeah, they do have a website. But on the downside, though, they don't sell any of the products that they have their sellers selling. I'm assuming it's because some kind of like legal stuff or something like that. I have no idea. But they do have a website. Be sure to check it out. Another great thing I like about this store is that they're very straightforward and honest. Like if you're looking for a cartridge-based game like the N64, they will tell you if the game that they have in stock is a reproduction or if it's the original copy. And it's things like that is why I give them a lot of respect, because they care about video games and they care about their customers. A couple of more small things before we move on from here. They also sell some snacks on the site, so if you're ever feeling a little bit of a sugar rush going on, just go ahead and ask them and they'll be happy to service you. Now, they do have an Instagram account, so go ahead and give them a follow. They also post new updates and new items that they acquire, so if you see something that you like, give them a message and they'll be sure to reply back. So that's probably going to be it for this place. I don't want to butter them up too much. You know, Thanksgiving is not here just yet. It's just that these guys are awesome. I love this store so much. So I have to give them props. I have to give them their praises. They do deserve it. Also, shout out to my buddy Ray here. He's opening up his own manga and card game shop. So good luck to him and I wish him the best. So that's going to be enough for today, guys. There is one more place I do want to go check out, and that's the Round 1 here in Lakewood, California. So my best friend and I took the time to play some crane games and other games around the arcade. Now, I'm sure a lot of you know what Round 1 is, but for those of you that don't, it's essentially just a giant arcade that's more Japanese themed, more focused on, the weeaboo side or the otaku side. They're more or less more popular for their crane games. That's why you see a lot of them over on my left side. I mean, here I am trying to win one over here. I mean, as you saw, I didn't really do much of a great job there. And that's what we pretty much did around the arcade. We just jumped from one crane game to another, just trying to win a prize. But unfortunately, Lady Luck was not on our side that night, so we just kind of packed it in early and went home. So that was my little adventure to California. I had lots of fun spending time with friends and family. And let's get to the end of the video and I'll show you what I got. So first thing I wanted to show off was my Yu-Gi-Oh card game pickups alongside with Vanguard and Weiss Schwarz, alongside with some random packs I found at the mall. And these are some of the games I picked up in California, and I gotta say, I cannot wait to start playing these games because these games look a lot of fun. And here are some of the lucky finds that I just had to get, especially that Silent Hill Shattered Memories. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please follow me on Twitch, Collector, and Twitter X, and I'll see you in the next video.